Welcome to the Lee Michaels Show with Carol and your daily cast of characters, where we discuss the issues of the day, entertainment news, what's really going on in Washington, and the world. Why don't we just hear it from the horse's mouth himself?
We can't have someone in the Oval Office who doesn't understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified. I don't think it's safe to be briefed on national security because the word will get out. I know at some point they're going to be calling, they're going to want to brief me, but I'm not a talker about this stuff. This is like Watergate, only it's worse. Because here, our foreign enemies were in a position to hack our most sensitive national security secrets.
No kidding.
Of course, it turns out the Russians didn't need to hack Hillary's email server. They were able to hack Trump's mouth.
This is like Watergate, only it's worse.
The Lee Michaels Show on the Power of Voices Radio Network.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. It is live and on the air. The Lee Michaels Show with Carol and the cast of characters. They're all lined up, flying around, ready to land, to be a part of the show today. And I know you are too. Welcome. No matter where you are, whether you are here on the West Coast, in the Midwest, or East Coast, or somewhere around the world, we welcome you. And we are still praying for the people down south that have been hit hard by Hurricane Harvey. And now it looks like another one coming our way. Now, the latest reports I'm seeing is looks like it might skim along the coast, the east coast of Florida, which is kind of a good thing if it doesn't make direct landfall and go in from there. But if it's the outer bands, which holds a lot of the rain, will cause a lot of flooding and some wind damage. It just depends on how far offshore it goes. That's really the bottom line. I mean, it's going to have to make a hard north turn not to cause some kind of damage to the state of Florida. Good morning, Carol.
Morning. When I left the house, they were showing where they think it might hit Miami.
Well, yeah, it's
the way it was turning.
It's turning, yeah.
It might miss the Keys, but they said that's even going to be worse.
Yeah.
If it hits
well,
Miami.
It's more population, more property up there, and
well, their governor came on, and I don't know, where did they evacuate to places?
They have to go north
that are anywhere near the shore or whatever.
Yeah. Well, they can go inland. It just depends on the path of the storm. It looks like it's pretty wide.
The wind is what they're afraid of. That wind's 185 miles.
Yeah, that's crazy. But if I was living in Miami or any parts of Central Florida down, I certainly wouldn't be sitting around trying to figure out where it's going to go. I would be heading north and somewhat west, getting far away from the coastline as possible, because you can go up into Georgia or South Carolina. If you're not far enough inland, you're still going to reap the impact of the storm.
Well, they have a big issue too. Is all the shelves are empty in the grocery stores. The water, the food.
Yeah, they've sucked
People
it all up.
ran out and just sucked it up.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's smart. It's better to be safe than sorry. You can never have too much water.
Well, I think when you're not sure,
yeah,
I think you should ration it a little so the people that didn't get there on time, there's something left for them.
Yeah. Or, I mean, in reality, you're still 4 or 5 days out. I mean, that's last minute. I would say 2.5, 3 days tops. And I assume that the various grocery stores are still bringing shipments in from their distribution centers. So, I mean, you still got some time, assuming that the stores are still taking orders. Because, I was watching on TV and they were saying all the shelves are basically empty. And, the retail outlets need to ramp up for that. If they can, just double down on the orders. Get them in and get those trucks out of there and get on up the road. But that's just me. What the hell do I know? I'm just an old stupid radio guy. All right. Well, welcome, everyone, to the Lee Michaels Show. We broadcast live from Los Angeles, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And we come in here and we do our thing. We have some fun, laugh and joke, pick on the president because he's a knucklehead. And let me welcome at this time Chris Bass, hailing from Chicago. What's up, buddy?
Yes. What's up? Boom shakalaka. How you doing, Lee? How you doing, Carol?
Good.
I'm in the house like a child on punishment.
You know, I want to steal that line from you. Always like that line.
Go ahead. You got it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Everybody else is using. I get no royalties from it, and I didn't come up with it. Actually, I stole it from somebody.
See, there you go. Well, yourself.
You know. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, Mike. Not Mike. Mark Young, the Young MC.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's who I got it from.
Oh, for real? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to give Mark his due.
Yeah, Mark Young, the Young MC, hailing from Chicagoland.
Isn't he in Florida?
Yeah,
somewhere?
He is.
Isn't he in Miami or something like that?
That's right. Yeah, but he's from Chicago.
That's right. I remember him back at a good old WJPC. Well, not JPC. I was somebody else. He was at GCI.
GCI. That's right.
Right. I knew a guy named Mark who worked in sales at JPC. So, yeah, Mark Young, Young MC, was on the airways at GCI back in the day. That's right.
Yeah, he's no longer Mark Young, the Young MC.
Well, that was his moniker when he was doing it.
Yeah, he's like the middle-aged MC now.
He cannot escape Father Time.
No. He's ugly and in your face.
Ooh-wee. You know him like that, so I can't say anything about it.
No, Mark's a great guy. He's a great friend of mine. I love him to death. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of working with him, so, he's a good guy. I used to hang out with him from time to time. He would always come around for my birthday and stuff like that when I was living down there in Florida. And,
Sweet.
Yeah, him and my youngest boy, Corey, got to be friends as well.
Oh, man, that's all right. Good stuff, dog.
Yeah. So what are you up to, man? What's happening with you, birthday boy?
Well, oh man, I'm still taking it in. I'm gonna celebrate the whole month, like not the whole year, like you talked about yesterday. That's a little bit too overkill. I can't do that.
Well, you see, the thing, if you do a year, it'll run right into the next one, and just it's like nonstop birthday. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, well, it makes sense to you. I can't do that, man. Shoot,
overkill.
Overkill, a little bit too much. He's doing too much. I can't have that, man.
All right, well, chill.
But real quick, this just came in from CNN
this
reporting. This just in.
Breaking
House
news.
passes breaking. Well, everything's breaking news nowadays. I broke my foot, and that's breaking news nowadays.
Right.
House passes Harvey emergency funding measure. So now that it's official, as we get into this whole thing with Hurricane Harvey, you mentioned before about Hurricane Irma. That's a Category 5. We talked about that's a 185 miles per hour winds, and some meteorologists have clocked it that their wind gust is up to 225 miles per hour as well.
That's serious. Serious. That ain't no joke.
And Puerto Rico has to brace itself because it's about to be one.
Well, our prayers go out to the people in Puerto Rico and along the path of this storm. Irma's no joke. Don't play her, for like a little weak, storm. Treat it like it's a monster. And if it turns out not to be, then so be it. But you're prepared and you're ahead of the game versus playing, oh, my God, I thought it wasn't going to be anything, and now I'm all jacked up. So don't put yourself in that position. Better to be over-prepared than not prepared at all.
Correct.
I'm going to ride it out. Ain't going to be nothing, is there? Okay.
Well, it's already hit. What was it, the Caribbean or somewhere? It's already started hitting.
Oh, yeah.
They said that it toppled some huge buildings.
Yeah, 185-mile-an-hour wind is serious. Just think, you're driving your car.
And there's another hurricane coming behind that one.
Yeah. That one is predicted at this point that it looks like it's going to go up into the Atlantic and nowhere near the U.S. shores at this point. So it's still early. That's, what is it, Juan or Jose, or what is it? It's a Spanish male name. I think it's Juan. So, yeah, we're getting quite a few storms back to back. Now, where are we? Are we in the middle of the hurricane season or towards the tail end of it, aren't we? Does it end in November or October?
Yeah, it's supposed to end in November, but you know, from the categories, I'm not the category, but the categories as far as like I've been seeing as meteorologists been breaking it down, that this is very unusual. Like I said before about Hurricane Irma, it's going to be like the beast out of all of them, and that could right into maybe a longer stretch of road. How far it's going to go. Once again, starting off, clocking at 185 miles per hour, and at times going up to 200, past 200. Then they're talking about to a point where this could be really the mother of all hurricanes.
Yeah. I mean, 185 sustained miles per hour wind is serious, man. Just think about this. You're driving your car at 185 miles an hour and running into a building. Okay? That's serious.
Oh, yeah.
So it's that kind of impact. And sustained winds, 185 miles an hour, beating up against your building for an hour or two. It ain't going to make it.
Well, I hope nobody's on a cruise ship that way.
Well, I think they've already canceled those out. You're not going to the Caribbean.
Nope. Not today.
We need to acknowledge and say farewell to Rick Stevens, former lead singer of Tower of Power, died yesterday from his battle of cancer, 77 years old.
Who's in that group? I think my ex-friend's husband was in that group.
I don't know the members' names off the top of my head. Was Lenny Williams at one time with Tower of Power? I don't know why I'm thinking that. That in the early days, they had my favorite song from Tower of Power is "You're Still a Young Man, Baby." Ooh.
Oh, God.
What are you saying, oh, God, for?
I hope you don't decide to be a singer.
Oh, I'm not. That I will admit and ain't going to fake it. I can't sing with a dizzam.
Then why do you just try? Why do you want to do that for?
Well, because, I can't play the damn song. Otherwise, they'll put me in Facebook jail.
So just because you can't sing, you keep it up, man.
No. Don't start with me. I know where you live. And I'll send the boys in the hood over there.
Oh no, not the hoodie boys. No, please, no.
Oh, yeah. The hood crew.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So I just wanted to, kind of jar the memory a little bit so that people know the song that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
And they had another song called "What Is Up." You remember that one?
No, I'm going to have to hear the regular version, but you're right, you can't play music, so I have to go back and listen to it for myself because I don't know what the hell you're talking about right now, man.
Okay, it's like that, huh? Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, all right. And as I remember...
You said yourself you can't sing, so you can say you can't sing.
That's right. I
can't say you can't sing.
No, I can knock myself upside the head, but it hurts worse when you do it or anybody else.
I was just trying to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Discover Card. Hi.
Yeah, I'm going to try to
play. You did mention about Lenny Williams. Yeah, he was the lead, one of the number of lead vocalists.
That's what I thought. Most
well known being Lenny Williams. Right, you caught that, right?
Yeah, I caught it. Mm-hmm.
And it says here, some of the songs they had, "You're Still a Young Man," like you said. "So Very Hard to Go."
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
"What Is Hip?"
Yep.
Yep, there you go.
Mm-hmm. I know my stuff, man, when it comes down to music.
Oh, you tight, man. Yeah.
All right, here's a little taste. Even Carol remembers this. Carol, did you slow dance to this one?
Oh, I don't remember.
You don't remember this? Man, you must have been up in Montana. They were playing Dolly Parton up there. break it down.
Well, that's sad
Here
about
we
this
go now.
DACA stuff.
You don't remember that? Don't waste your time, baby.
No, they're
right.
investigating his wife for some reason.
Who are we talking
Trump.
about?
Because
Who? Whose wife?
supposedly
Wait,
she
who was talking
might-
about music?
Yeah,
No,
right.
but
She just flipped
I'm
the
just
script,
looking at
man. It's
news.
like, damn. Whose wife?
Trump's.
Oh, we don't care.
Well, I care about these DACA workers. I think it's wrong. Some
What's
of these
wrong?
people were over here with 5-year-olds. They don't have no police records. They don't bother nobody. One young girl, basically, her family lost their house in this hurricane, and now she might have to leave here.
Are we talking about the Dreamer problem?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
very upset about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the racism is about with Lantans. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people out here. I mean, are we
Well-
going after Chinese,
No.
Russians?
Chinese got too much money.
I mean, Jim sat in a junior college for 5 years. Now, I don't understand how he
criminal.
did that because junior colleges are 2 years.
Yeah, well, he's either real stupid, dumb, or, he's figured out how to beat the system. Jim needs to pack up and go home. But that's just me. I'm just saying. Something is not right. Something not right.
These poor kids, you see them crying. They've been here their whole life. They know nobody in these other countries.
No, they don't know anything about Mexico or Central America,
They're-
wherever
you know,
their parents are from.
We, the people, can't let this happen. I'm sorry.
Well,
I thought Session
Vote.
was on his way out. I do vote.
why do you keep thinking that he's on his way
Because
out?
they seem to have issues with him.
He ain't going nowhere. He's got too much dirty laundry on the president. He's a part of the criminal cartel. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of these racists, I'm not going to say white people because not all white people think like this.
Carol.
They're so
May I take
terrible.
a picture of you, please?
No, will you just leave me alone with
No,
that?
no.
I get tired of him always wanting to. If somebody don't like to have their picture taken, leave them.
I want to show you something that you can't see.
I don't want to see it. I don't. I probably have lipstick on my face. Big deal.
Well, that's
I've had
every
it
day.
on my face, Chris, every day since I got
right.
to wear it.
Okay. I want to know, why is it that you got hair on your chest today? What is that?
Say
I had
what?
a haircut.
She looks like a damn gorilla.
I'm going to leave it.
What
That's
happened?
why that guy was...
I didn't notice it. I just looked up and like, it's an awful lot of
I
hair.
just had a haircut. You're kidding me. I can't
Oh, from the
believe it.
haircut, it fell down to your. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. I was getting ready to say, you got a hair in
this
between
looks
your
like
Cleveland?
Yes. It looks like a man's chest. You got more hair on your chest than I do. Come on, Carol. Take a picture. Take a picture.
I don't want to.
Yeah, but that is funny.
It is funny. But I was wondering why this young brother was looking at me. I thought, well, I don't think I
that
look
a
cute
man?
today. I couldn't sleep all night. And then I'm looking.
Wait a minute. Did you get the haircut this morning?
Yeah, just before I came.
Oh, that's too funny.
I have to tell my friend, next time you cut my hair, will you pay attention?
Jeez.
Oh, Carol.
I look like
Carol.
a man, I
You
swear.
You do. I
Don't
had to say
nothing.
something.
Let's see if Josefa notices.
She probably will.
No, don't
She'll
say
say,
nothing.
Carol, what?
No, don't
You
say
going
nothing
to-
if she steps
Oh,
in
okay.
here.
You go in the other room where
No.
she is and see if she notices it. Go ahead. Come on. This is great stuff. Go ahead now, right now.
No, call
Come
her
on.
in and ask
Come on,
her
Carol,
something.
go ahead.
You want me to go get her and have her
No.
come in and say, what do you think of her haircut?
No, ask her about this hurricane. What does she think about it?
Oh, God.
Get her in there like you want her on the radio.
All right. Well, you talked
Don't
to
say
you,
nothing.
You
Let's
talked
see
to,
if she. I'm serious. I
You
thought he
talked-
was playing games with me. I couldn't sleep all night because my air's was out. That's fixed too this morning. The rest of it. And thank God I didn't have to pay for it. They were lying to me. The building had to pay for it, the condos, the association, because the pipes belong to them that connect to the air. So the woman below me's out too, so they need to fix hers. So I couldn't sleep last night. It was so hot and muggy in my room.
Has this been ongoing or just recently?
No, it just happened because it's been so hot here. You're running them so much, it caused the pipes or the water thing to back up. And I didn't want to lose the ceiling over that.
Oh, okay.
You know, because I have to pay for that stuff. And so I was sitting here.
But you had to pay for the pipes, you said, right?
I didn't have to pay for nothing. It turned
Nothing-
out
oh, nothing
because
else,
it's we want you to ask what you think of this next hurricane if you have friends there. We got Josefa coming on ready to talk about this
I like your jeans,
hurricane.
Carol.
You do? What about the blouse?
Oh, cool.
I like your blouse too, but I like your jeans better.
No, look at the blouse. It's really nice.
Oh. What'd you do, sprinkle hair on your
No,
chest?
I had a haircut before I came, and I was getting pissed at him. And I couldn't figure, when I was standing out to this young guy kept checking me out, I thought, wow, I must look okay. I haven't slept all night. I come in here, and he's like, let me take a picture. I said, leave me alone with your damn pictures. Because he always,
Oh, yeah, that does look kind of crazy.
it looks like
makes
I have hair on my, so we wanted to see
yes,
if
it
you
does.
would
It does
notice.
make it look like you have a very manly chest. However, the breasts that are protruding from the hair
Well,
do
she-
kind of give it a little. But that's probably why he was staring, trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Are you going through a change? You
Well, maybe I did already. You just didn't know
didn't
it.
know? Yeah.
No, but your haircut looks good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
you got
had
some
it
layers.
done.
Did you get some layers put in there?
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
before
okay.
I came, my friend came over and cut my hair because I had the air conditioning.
Yeah. See, girls
Look at
notice
that.
that kind of stuff, like it's layers. It looks good.
See, you know it's the layers,
Yeah,
but he's
whatever.
looking at me, and I don't
just
like
looked up, and all of a
pictures.
sudden,
I just don't. You know that.
Yeah.
Saw that hair.
And I thought, leave me alone today. I haven't slept. I'm tired.
Where'd you get your jeans? Those are cute too. I like you. Look
these
at you. Look,
I
Carol.
bought these at Penny's.
Carol's just looking so little cute today. You should be on camera, Carol, because you look
No,
really
I don't
cute.
like
Thank
it.
you.
Jeans
We
are cute.
wouldn't
She's got
know
some little
because we
Hello
can't
Kitty
see
socks
her.
on, some little Adidas slip-ons, and a nice is that a leopard print? What is this?
Yeah, it's a
leopard
leopard.
Yeah.
print shirt.
And torn pants.
Yeah, that's in style though.
I got these at Penny's for almost nothing. I bought them in the junior department.
Well, too bad we'll never see her.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, it's very cute.
No, they're cheaper if you buy in the kids department, the juniors.
Well, Carol, for those of us who can't fit in the kids department, yes, you know.
Oh, no, I wasn't being facetious. I'm just saying I can buy them there.
Yeah, well, they're cute. They're definitely
I
cute.
can't believe I'm trying to think if I went anywhere else with this shit on my chest.
Right? Because now you'll know why people are staring.
No, I thought I was looking cute, and I'm like, I didn't sleep all night, so I know I must look tired, but guess he's liking my outfit or something. But
Oh,
he
yeah.
was looking at me kind of strange, like,
Yeah, well, if anyone asked you out on a date, I would tear their number up, okay? This morning. If anyone asked you out on a date this morning, I would tear the number up.
I can't, and I thought he was trying to pick on me again.
I had to say something. I mean, I just
Could
couldn't
you
let
see
that
I
go.
have lipstick all over my face, which
Yeah.
Josefa knows. Everybody knows Carol wears her lipstick on her face.
Yeah, she comes in every day, looks like she just left an
Because
orgy.
I touched my lips and then I touched my face, so I look like I did what?
Lip on.
Yeah, well, I know what you're
on your
talking about.
chin,
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
cheek. Who you been kissing on? You've been doing
No,
some.
I have a habit of touching my lips.
Uh-huh.
It's a fad right now, to be honest. It's a new fad to have smeared lips. Because this
Oh.
kid goes, I thought, no, you didn't start this because I've been wearing smear.
Some
I wear
some drunk woman in the 50s started that.
Yeah, I mean, people wore smeared lipstick
That's
for
right.
years.
It started from when women started drinking beer from
But
a
you want
bottle.
to hear something funny? Remember the Latin comedian I showed you the picture of? And she did those weird eyebrows. They're in.
Yeah,
These
that's crazy.
kids are wearing these fleek eyebrows, and they're in. They think. But this comedian, remember, she did that.
Yep.
She made fun about how do my eyebrows look, and she has them all zigzag. That is the end
Look
look
like she
right
painted
now.
them on with a Sharpie.
I can't
Yeah.
believe though that kids are doing that. It's so ugly.
Well, you know, it's what they're it's the thing of
Don't do that, please. Please don't do that to me.
Come on.
She's known me for years. Do I like my picture?
No, you don't. Well, don't show her face. Don't show her face. Just show her chest.
That's what I was trying to do.
You have to honor what people
Oh,
don't
stop
like.
it. Stop being so
Just
stuck
show
up.
Show
Come
her
on.
hairy chest.
That's right.
Shut up,
Don't be
Chris.
so stuck up. Come on.
I've been walking around with this hairy chest.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
It's
that's pretty
I wonder what
classic.
the air conditioning guy thought.
Yeah.
Like I said, anyone who gave you their number today or asked you out today,
It does
call
look
them back
real,
and tell
though,
them
huh?
no. Yeah, it does.
It
It
does
does.
look
It looks
really
real. It looks like you have hair growing on your chest. It does. Like a lot of it, like man hair.
Man,
Yeah.
You got so much on there, we could put a part in
Actually,
it.
I have friends. I have friends that get hair on their chest and they leave it.
Yeah, but not all the way up to their neck.
Oh, is it up there?
Can we
Yeah.
Can we style your chest?
Yeah, I mean it's from the neck down.
Wait a minute.
Some women get a little, but
open
I mean
up
this
my-
is
Let's see. Who has the most?
Now, with the hair, is it like loose hair or taco meat hair?
No,
What
that
kind of hair is it?
it's
No, it's just kind of like laying on her skin. Looks like real
looks like
growing
real
hair.
yeah, it does. It looks
Yeah.
like real grown man hair.
You got
Oh,
a couple
geez,
pimples
good
on there. Looks like
There ain't no
hair
pimples.
bumps.
No pimples on her chest. Now he's just making stuff up. There's no pimples on her chest.
He's got some hair bumps
He
there.
was starting to piss me
You
off.
been
'cause I
shaving?
didn't know why it was bothering me. That's more hair than I got anywhere on my body except my
Okay,
head.
too much
Okay.
information. Okay,
All right, moving right along. Back to the hurricane.
right.
That's kind of frightening, huh, that hurricane.
So, yeah, Josefa is the official weather lady around here.
Well,
at
I
the
think
old
I was a weather
radio
person
ranch.
in another life.
I think you were too.
Because people call me from other parts of the country because rather than listening to their news, they call me and ask me what's really happening with their weather.
So, what's really happening with Irma? What is she doing? What's she going to
Well,
do?
as of right now, of course, yesterday they were predicting, all the predictors were going
Right.
across Florida, maybe into the Gulf, then straight up Florida into Georgia.
Right.
And today they've changed the models.
Okay.
Because they are saying now that it's more than likely that it will hit, because it's already hit the Virgin Islands.
Right.
They showed cameras this morning. I mean, it was,
That was
fierce
frightening.
winds. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Felt so sorry for those people there. And then kind of is taking a turn, and it may go up the coastline.
So, you think it's going to hit Barbados? Because that's-
Barbados wasn't mentioned. Puerto Rico was.
Well, okay. Puerto Rico is
Right.
I think it's
Well,
a
going
little,
to hit
little
Miami.
south of Cuba and
Well, all
a little
of the-
bit
you know what-
east of
All of those islands,
Yeah,
whether it
they're pretty
hits or
close.
not,
Yeah, they're gonna
the
get
kind
something.
of wind that's coming
And the size.
and the size of this hurricane,
The
it's
width.
going to definitely devastate with wind and flooding for sure. But it does appear, according to the model, the direction of radar. See, radar is what you look at, not what people predict on a model. Look at the radar. The radar will show you
Right.
the movement of the mass.
Mm-hmm.
It'll show you the movement of the mass. And it does appear now as though once it's been hitting these land masses, it's starting to deflect and move a little more north and east. So there seems to be a good chance that it will miss land. But again, we won't really know until it
Yeah.
gets
'Cause
to
it- you know,
Cuba.
they kind of squirrels sometimes
Right.
go
Well,
left
it's
and
the
right.
land. Well,
Yeah.
it's the land that does it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like with anything.
And the
When you have
temperature of
water,
the water.
you put something in its way, and it's going to divert.
Yeah, deflected to the left or to the right.
I mean, you've seen when you're on a street and there's water coming down the gutter, and all somebody has to do is place something in the gutter, and then the water has to go around it,
True.
and then back into the gutter, and it loses its speed as opposed to just going straight down the gutter. So it's a similar kind. I mean, very basic analogy, but a very similar kind of analogy of what it is of going down. I mean, we've seen that when we've had our rains here in Los Angeles. Somebody puts their trash can in, they've got it out front for the trash to get picked up, and the water's coming down the gutter. Then all of a sudden there's a flood in the middle of the street because there's 3 or 4 trash cans, and all that water had to divert around the trash cans to go back to the gutter. It didn't make it, so now it's flooding in the street.
That'd be so scary.
So I only use that as an example to try to give you a picture of how to think about the hurricane, that when it hits the land
Right.
mass, then it gets diverted.
Sure.
So because it's hitting so many land masses, even though they are small land masses, there's still land masses that they're hitting. Cuba, when it gets to that point, that's when we'll really know the trajectory of where
Right.
this is going to go. But again, I mean, it's media. Come on, we're part of media.
Yeah.
We know we have
No,
to. We
I'm
have
not
to. If we're
part
going to
of
be honest.
Yeah.
We have to admit that you're going to get more people to watch and sell the story if you keep the fear and the anticipation going long enough. And then when you have to admit that it's maybe going to go just out into the water,
Right.
but you've had people hooked for 3 days.
Well, it's good for the economy. The grocery stores
Yeah.
are selling out left and right, so it's good for that and good
Right,
for
big
gas.
Well, I mean, I just hope
You
for
know.
Florida's sake
Yeah.
that it really does bypass and that they get. I mean, they're going to get the rain, they're going to get some
Yeah.
of the wind, but they're going to. I think, based on what we saw this morning on radar, it's not going to be a direct hit there. Now, it would be if it hits Cuba and spins. That's
Yeah.
something different, but the likelihood of that is that it's going to hit and move north and east.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
See, just before I came, they were on news saying it was going to hit Miami the way it's moving now, unless it turns.
So not a
The
direct hit
governor,
on
Rick, what's his name?
Well, yeah, they were saying that this
Yeah.
morning. They were, they've obviously done evacuations
I have a funny
and things.
story,
Yeah.
though. These cops, this had to be embarrassing for them. It was all over news. This girl had shoplifted, and they came to arrest her, and she stole the cop
Oh
car.
yeah, I saw that. I saw
Did
the
you
video
see
of that.
her?
What?
They had handcuffed her and put her in the back of the police car. Okay,
After
she
and
crashed it.
I don't know. They're outside chit chatting about something, and somehow she gets out of the handcuffs and jumps into the front seat
Of the police car.
and steals the police
it.
car.
Oh,
And you
nice.
can hear the police officers. They're like,
Come back.
no, they're like, what did he say? I
Oh,
mean, he didn't
geez.
swear. He was just like, God dang it. How'd she do that? Oh my God. It
And
was
they're chasing
hilarious. And they were chasing her. So
They
I'm
didn't
sure-
shoot her, though, because was she white? She looked white.
Oh,
so
no,
she
they
didn't-
didn't.
She didn't get
shoot her.
shot.
Oh well. Okay.
But
It's
it
just
was
a funny
Yeah.
story
Yeah.
because the way she got
Well,
It was funny.
Carol, in light that you came in to us today with a hairy chest, I have something for you.
Oh, he's a funny guy, isn't he?
He really
keep him
is.
around
You
for
want
jokes?
me? You want me to tweeze the hair on your chest? Tweeze it?
No, don't tweeze it. Just go in the ladies' room.
That's the worst thing anybody could do because if a woman did have this amount of hair and she shaved it, it'll grow back thicker.
That's what they say. Yeah.
It's a no.
By next week, this
By
time we
next
have a
week,
bush
I'll
up
have
there.
a big bush.
That's right.
Like that Leslie
Looking
did
like
on
McGill
Saturday
Gorilla.
Night Live. Did you see that with Peter Dingley?
No.
It was called what? Naked in. There's a TV show called
Naked
what?
and afraid.
Yeah,
Afraid
and they
and
were
Naked, yeah.
imitating it
Afraid
on
and
Saturday
Naked.
Night Live with the little Peter Dingley from Games of Thrones and Leslie, the big girl from Ghostbusters. Now
Oh,
she's
yeah.
funny, but the
Yeah.
two of them together, they're naked.
Well, here's something that we should talk about. I saw this on the news this morning. This is a fun fact for guys. Apparently, there's some guy, you might want to look this up so you guys can all discuss this, who has created a new underwear
Yeah.
Oh.
for men. And they showed clips of men adjusting themselves. Apparently, on a daily basis, you guys are uncomfortable in your underwear.
Well, yeah.
You got sometimes you got to move stuff around. Apparently,
'cause they
you know,
sit on those
they
things.
they
Little
have
ball
to
juggling.
keep adjusting.
Yeah.
And apparently this underwear somehow does
self-adjusting.
something that so you guys don't have to.
What's the name of them? Because I've been hearing some ads on satellite radio.
You know what?
talking
I
about these
just
new-
I just saw the news article this morning, and I
Okay.
didn't catch the guy's name, but I guess he had an issue with having to adjust several times a day, and so he created and the shirt. I guess with t-shirts, the t-shirts ride up
Yeah.
in the back and come out of the
Okay.
back of your pants and stuff. So he's created a t-shirt that's more form-fitting in whatever the material is, and it's much
It
longer.
clings. Yeah. Right.
And so that when you sit down,
Yep.
it doesn't come up out of the back of your pants, which kind of happens to girls too. I don't know about you, but that's one thing I hate is when t-shirts come out of the back of your pants.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, because
I'm sure you don't on girls.
Hostaphus does come out a
Oh,
lot.
that's all right there.
Really.
Yeah, I've seen it when I've seen it when we're places and her thongs showing in the back.
Dong, da, dong, dong, dong.
I just don't tell you. I thought somebody might.
Wow, what a
I don't
friend,
wear
huh?
underwear usually, so they're
Breaking
just gonna
news.
See, they're just going to see crack, no thong.
All righty. Back to the subject.
Right.
It was on KTLA, Channel 5, so
KTLA,
you can look
okay.
it up.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, didn't you see where the
man.
Asians came up with an underwear with a camel toe?
Yeah, I saw
That's
that. Yeah.
disgusting.
Why would you want to have that?
They
You
do.
know, yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that's,
camel toe.
No, that's just disgusting. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
It-
that's
I think
pretty
it
bad.
is.
But you should look up the underwear because I'd be interested in hearing what the your male listeners think about that. I mean, I didn't know it was an issue. I thought it was just a thing guys did. I didn't know it was because of the underwear.
No, a lot of times when
No.
a guy sits down having a son,
Yeah.
they sit on their yodeles.
Well, I have a son. He never talked to me about
No,
that.
but they
No.
will.
Sit on
I
their
always
what?
see him.
I
I'm
never
like,
talked to
God,
my
you
mom
know,
about
They're
it either.
yodels.
But you know what? Little guys, I mean, like 10, 13, 14-year-olds, they're always adjusting.
Well, they have to
You know?
because they'll sit on it. And I
No,
have a
they
friend
discover
that's
they have a
gay,
penis.
and I have to tell her all the time because she's real butch. And she'll
But she
adjust
doesn't
her
have anything
pants
to
like
sit
this.
on.
And I go, what are you doing? She goes, I said, you don't got nothing down there. You're not going to
I
be
was gonna
sitting
say,
on
what
nothing.
the heck is she sitting on?
But that's why men
Well-
do need something like that because it does happen correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've had it happen. Most men have.
Yeah,
I
when
heard
I'm
Well,
about
but
out,
you
very
see guys
painful.
do it all the time. Even
That's why
guys
they
in
do
nice
it.
suits, So it's not just
it's a guy thing. I think is
Yeah, I think you guys just like touching yourselves personally.
Yeah,
You
well,
you
Well,
got
I think
to make
a lot
sure
of
it's
it is
there.
they
it's
accidentally
better when somebody
sit
else
on 'em.
touch you, but that's
Yeah, somebody else. So a woman touches you. That's different.
that's different. Yeah,
That's why I don't
It's
visit
more
so
What,
so
are we
often.
going to go around now and adjust your underwear when you go to sit?
let me look these things up.
Yeah,
I'm
look him
trying to
up. It's a
remember the
guy's
of
name.
it.
It's like Tommy Hines or something like that. It's
And
a-
I'll bet it'll sell.
Oh,
Oh, it probably will. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
all
so,
one.
yeah.
It was a no. I'm sorry. It was not KTLA. It was CNN because it was a former football player who was a co-host, and he was talking about that he had them on, and the day before he kind of had to sit up and adjust himself, but he had that underwear on that day and felt great.
Let's see. It's not a name brand. It's a new brand.
No. It's a brand. It's a guy's name. It's like
Right.
I'm seriously. It's like Tommy Hind or.
I know
And
there
the
was
good
one-
thing is
one
you probably
called
don't have to
Dubuque.
go on Shark
Was it
Tank.
No,
Dubuque?
It's a guy's name. Try something.
Tommy John briefs.
There you go, Tommy John. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Somebody's
ball
calling
gag.
it pocket pool drawers.
Tommy John briefs.
Yeah, that's it.
3 pair for $95.
Oh, no, thank you. Hell no.
Let's chip
Hell
in and
no.
get Lee and Chris some.
No, hell no. That's too much for draws.
Now they got the what do you call them? The ones that kind of fit to your leg.
Spanx?
Not Spanx.
What?
What are you talking about?
That's for
let's
us.
see.
They're like
that's
boxer
for us
briefs or
women.
something like that?
Well, women have Spanx.
I just wish I had invented the what's it called? Yoga pants? Is it yoga? Or no?
Well,
Pilates
there are yoga
pants?
pants.
Yeah. That's. I mean, they must be selling by the buckets.
Well, there's like 400 different brands.
That's what I'm saying. I wish I'd invented that because that's all you see women.
Yeah,
in
but
now.
it's kind of a pant that's been around.
Yeah, those
John.
pants.
For
Yeah,
years.
I mean,
It's
it's
just they
leggings
changed
gone
names.
wild.
Some of them they pulled back because they were see-through.
No,
Remember?
There you go.
but that's
That
like.
was
Have you
a
seen the new one?
mistake.
The new one now where they've got the
Some
sheer,
part of the sheer and
the
some
sheer
part-
running
yeah.
through it, and there's a whole bunch of people that shouldn't be shearing.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole bunch of people who shouldn't be wearing them, not just the sheer.
There you
ones,
go.
You know, because it just doesn't
That
work.
should be against the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of disgusting when you'll see a woman, somebody wearing them, and they'll have white on it. It's skin tight and kind of see-through, and
You're right.
you see all the caloutes, the little dimples and that. That's a little nasty.
Well, I mean, everybody
Cottage
can't be
cheese
perfect.
type.
But
Well,
I'm
you
just
don't
saying,
have to be
I'm just saying
perfect.
that when you're rolling down the street with 4 kids,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that you should, be. And
I mean,
some of
I
them- some of
won't
them
wear
are-
'em, to be
Some of them are
honest.
sheer all the way up to the butt.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I've
I
seen
mean,
them.
they've got the line that zigzags through
Yeah.
around the leg and
Yeah.
then up the butt. And I'm like, come on, man, you got kids. You're walking
Hey.
down the street with kids.
I have a
don't
story
care.
to
Yeah.
tell
No
you
shame in their
guys.
game.
Remember
But
how
to show
face
your
tripping,
butt,
how
that's how you
Kim
got the kids in the
Kardashian all of
first
a sudden's dark, getting darker? There is a new shot. I'm serious. One of my clients is a dermatologist. These women are doing these shots that turn their skin dark. That's why all of a sudden she's getting real, real dark. When people said, "Oh, she's
I
doing
thought she
those
was just- I
shots,"
thought
I'll
she
put
was
So it's a
money on
permanent
it.
sun
I thought
tan?
she was just like in a tanning or getting
No,
a spray
they're
tan.
doing these shots because tanning booths are unsafe, but there's these shots. And
Oh, and that's safe. Yeah, right.
well,
Right,
I'd be a
that's
little
right.
nervous. I mean, what if your eyeballs, the whites turn brown? Because I asked her that because the girl in her office, I said, wow, you got such a beautiful tan. She said, it's not a tan. She said, I'm doing these shots. I said,
Well, there was a pill
What
around.
shot?
There was a pill around
Yeah,
in
but now
Europe
it's a shot.
for a while. I remember seeing that. And it was some kind of a pill that lots of models would take, and you could only buy it over in Europe. But lots of models
is in
used
this
it,
country now.
and it would allegedly give you,
you're shooting something.
Yeah, I'd like to see the
in you
science behind
to
that.
dark-
Like, what is it?
Google it.
It would
Let's
have
see
to
what
be.
it's called because
It would have to be changing the melanin in your skin.
Yeah.
it does.
So that means it's
This
some.
girl is dark. And then I was looking at Kim Kardashian this morning. I go, because she's so hung up on plastic surgery and that, I'll put money she's doing those shots. Because you do them yourself, I get, God, you don't know what you're shooting in your
let's not
body.
even talk about her because now people are going to go Google her, and it just gives her more views, and it just makes
People
me,
aren't aware of these shots yet. I was shocked when I was looking at the girl. I go, wow, you got a beautiful tan. It was not that typical orange tan. It was like somebody with beautiful dark skin.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
it
called
turned out
melanin
it's
tan.
shots. Did
Melanin
you find it?
tan.
Yeah, injections.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see.
There you go. Josefa, go on out there and get shot
No,
up.
that's all right. I'm cool. Yeah, because you're going to
Go
get some
shoot up.
melanin cancer.
Look, kind of pale there, girl.
Oh, it's
Go out there.
syringes.
Yeah, they take a needle and they shoot
How to
it.
tan like a star. Okay, so it says this peptide is designed to stimulate the body's tanning response with you still have to be exposed to the sun with minimal exposure to sunlight.
Okay.
This can be a wonderful way for those who are very fair to get tanned without having to spend weeks in the sun and going through the burn and heat process. Using MT2, users experience quicker tanning and faster healing to damaged skin cells. How is it used? People are shipped the vial in a powder,
Yeah,
and then
they
it's
shoot it themselves.
reconstituted with sterile water, and then injected under the skin where it's absorbed into the skin and then spread throughout. The benefits. Oh, well, I want to know what the
Yeah, what's the side effects?
Yeah, side effects, notes, and considerations. It can be hard to imagine that seemingly reputable websites would sell an ineffective product. However, research should be done before making a purchase, as many vendors will offer products that are inferior or
Oh, no, it
outright
works.
falsely labeled as, well, of course, their product is the best.
Yeah, of course.
Because of course that's what you say.
Of course.
Our product is the best. Everyone else is fake.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
So this is owned by Donald Trump.
This is part of that multi-billion
No, they need
dollar
to get
industry.
him on that so he won't be orange.
But you know that
Really?
it's,
But
it's
he's-
that part of
but
that
this is for- this is
multi-billion
for-
dollar industry that women are obsessed because of these very things.
Well, you
with
know-
everything that they think
Well,
they need to
let
do
me-
well, let me
to
ask this
look
question.
better, to
You-
be
you-
a
so-
star, and it's sad. It really is.
You know, I went through that for a minute. Ow.
Yeah, I unplugged your headset, so Chris was trying to chime in. So I put him on the speaker. Go ahead, Chris.
I was saying something.
Go ahead.
I went through that once where I wanted to be dark. So I would go to those spray things to get sprayed. And I kept doing it. I thought, wow, I look great. And one day my son looked at me and said, what the hell's wrong with you? You're dark orange. I said,
Dark
"What are you
orange."
Dark orange.
I thought I was
Looking like a
looking so
pumpkin?
good. You know how you think you look great?
Yeah.
But I'm pale and
Oh,
people
gosh, you
like
need to
me
get the
pale
camera
because
on
I
me.
have
My
dark
breasts
hair.
look larger than life.
Well,
you do
the
have
prob-
big
Well,
breasts.
I know, but they don't look that big. If they do, good Lord, I need to make an appointment right now with a reduction
She has big
doctor.
breasts, you guys. She
Well,
really
yeah,
does.
but I mean
Mine
that
look like
that makes them look
mosquitoes.
It's
like
the color. That's all it was.
yeah.
It-
Good God,
Yeah, the color.
They're
That's it.
big.
Oh, just take it easy.
no.
Well,
I've actually
yeah, you
been
could.
considering a reduction.
Lee's eyes are going cross. He's like, take it easy. I have little mosquitoes
The
there.
other guys were complaining on the.
Yeah, they weren't complaining.
Yeah.
No, I was saying earlier about now the side effects.
I
Now this
can't
is
hear
melanin,
Chris.
right? So you get into you take the shot and it makes you darker, right?
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
take
no,
the
the
Okay,
shot
so the
doesn't make you darker. The shot allows your skin to react quicker to sunlight, thereby having you
Tans
spend
faster.
less time in the sun to get a deeper tan.
Oh.
That's
Okay,
what
but-
I read. That's what it seems like.
So
Yes.
they basically
Oh,
could
okay,
get
so-
cancer. I thought the object was to not
Yeah,
be
I don't think
in
the
sun.
shot itself doesn't make you tan. It's the peptide in the shot that allows you to have minimal exposure to the sun, get a maximum tan.
You know
Got it.
what? Why don't we get my
So-
client to one day where we could call her, the one that's the dermatologist, and explain it all to us? Because
Yeah,
there's
that-
some new hair thing from Korea. Because they have this thing she does. It's called a vampire facial.
Oh,
And-
yeah. I want to rush right out and get
And
one
they
of those.
do where they do it. Because one day she convinced me, and she hands me a mirror, and I look. I go, my face is bleeding.
That's why it's called a vampire facial.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
she goes, we got to do it a lot. I said, oh, no, that's okay. I'll pass. But
Damn.
now they have a thing from Korea where they can do it into the head. Because one of my friends is going to be one of her people she does it on as where it makes the hair grow.
Nice.
And supposedly it's being FDA
Chris does
approved
it.
over here.
I'll
So
wait.
she's always ahead on stuff. But it's interesting to find out, why would you let somebody why would you shoot something into your body to do this?
Well, that's what people want. They're desperate
'Cause-
to look different.
Years ago, remember when you went I used to go in the sun years ago. I haven't went in
ooh-wee.
years. Remember you put iodine in your baby oil. Why did we do that? Could it make you tan faster?
No, it's just
Or you
that-
were orange and didn't
yeah.
realize it?
Yeah, exactly. Chris, what are you trying to say here?
Thank you. So, what I was trying to say was the melanin that gets into your skin that makes you, somewhat darken your appearance, or about the sun and having the suntan. The side effects, if you get darker, is to go out and start buying Cadillacs, and then you start having craving for red beans and rice, chitterlings, and
You're
bad
stupid.
credit.
No, that's funny, but why are people so obsessed to look different?
I'm not like that. I don't mind being pale.
No.
No, not at all. I've had
We don't
people
know because
with,
we never see you, so how
I
do
am
we know?
very pale and I have dark hair.
She
so
glows in the dark. Okay.
Oh, jeez, that's
my
white
socks do.
Your what? Your
Yeah,
socks?
these socks are glow in the dark socks.
Oh yeah, they're pretty hideous. She's got these little funky. What are those? What's on those socks? Oh, hold your foot up again. Is that like Goofy or somebody on what cartoon character? Isn't it? Who
Yeah.
is that? She dresses kind of hippie-ish.
He makes fun of my hats, but I left
She had
it
her
in
hat
the-
on looking
I
like
seen
Gabby Dam
Joseph's
Hayes
car.
yesterday.
So I'll leave my hat in the car today.
Yeah, leave it in the car, in the trunk. Don't even
Did
put it
Josefa
on the
leave, or
back
she still
seat.
there, or did she take her off?
Yeah, she's here, sitting here reading something on the iPad.
No,
Oh, okay.
it's a great story.
Yeah.
This morning, apparently, is this morning? Let me check the date. Yes. A
Wow.
tiger was seen roaming around the streets of Atlanta.
A tiger.
A tiger, a loose tiger,
Oh,
Roaming-
somebody's pet.
Yeah,
roaming the
I
streets.
bet
So, yeah,
so.
somebody had a little kitty that got a little too big. They opened
Like
the door
the one
and let
they
it
tried
out.
to bring in last week from Mexico.
And yeah, so the tiger
lot of
was
kitty.
roaming the streets in people's yards, in suburban neighborhood. People were calling saying, "Help! There's a tiger loose," and they ended up shooting and killing.
Oh, they didn't have to kill
Well,
him.
but I guess apparently it had gotten in somebody's backyard and attacked their dog
Oh, well.
when the police arrived. So it was attacking a
Dog
dog.
down, dog down.
So
And dog eat.
So sad.
Yeah.
yeah, it was with the size of. It's kind of an odd story because the tiger looks pretty big. The dog was a dachshund.
Yeah.
And-
that was
Did he kill him?
Snack.
No,
That
the
was
dog
a snack.
only had a few scratches.
It didn't kill him?
No.
Oh, he was playing
For
with
real?
it.
That cat
Yeah,
was tame.
yeah,
then.
yeah. It was
Whoever owned him, he
it was
tame.
clearly playing because I mean,
Yeah.
it would one bite, the head would have been gone.
Absolutely.
So
Oh,
it
they
was
could have
must have been playing.
tranquilized him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't.
That's
do
like that gorilla. When you don't watch your kid and the kid fell in, that gorilla wasn't hurting that child.
No. It's
And they
trying to
killed
protect
that
it.
gorilla.
Yeah.
He actually was saving it, to be honest.
I think that's what it looked like to me. Maybe a
Well, my
gorilla
sister
style,
lives
but
in Atlanta.
yeah. That's
That
sad.
would be kind of frightening, though, if you looked out in your yard and here's this huge. What kind of tiger was that?
A regular, just plain old.
Like the baby one that guy was smuggling in last week.
No,
Like
this was
Tony
not a
the-
baby tiger.
No, Tony the type tiger.
That
What was
this
that
was a,
one?
this was a Tony the tiger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it looked
poor
just
little
like
thing.
it. Yep.
Perfect.
Well, that's like my cats have never been around a dog. And the girl cutting my hair brought her dog, and my cat's just looking at him like, wow, this is a really different looking cat. And they're all looking at him instead of hissing. Wouldn't you thought they would have hissed, Josefa, if they'd never been around
yeah,
him?
you would think
they
so.
did. One of them got up on the table and laid there looking at him the whole time, and that dog was looking at him, and the dog didn't bark or nothing either. So it was kind of funny that my cats have never seen a dog, and to react the way they did, they could care less. They just looked at him like, hi. You know, there was no fear, nothing, no hissing, nothing. They would probably let a rat walk in my house and just look at it. I don't think they would
Jeez.
kill it.
Great. Your cats are really doing their job.
They're too domesticated.
God, that's horrible. I wonder what part of Atlanta, if it was the suburbs.
Yeah, it was the suburbs.
My sister
Yes.
lives in North Cross.
It's probably your sister's cat. Is she a cat lover like you?
No, she's kind of funny. She had a cat, but she wouldn't put a litter box in, and she didn't like a walk. She shouldn't have a cat. So her daughter took the cat back. But, you know, she's not a pet person. She's the type, if the dog accidentally or cat pooped on her floor, she would be furious. And you don't get furious if your kid pees on the floor or poops. So get over it. You just have to work with the pet, or like you do your child. You teach them not to do certain things.
Here's some of the updates from the storm on the island of Barbuda. They said that things are so badly damaged there that they have no communication. In Antigua, there's some damage. 4 of the most solid government buildings in the St. Martin were destroyed. So 10 of the smaller islands have damage. But so far, I'm not hearing about any deaths.
Yeah.
We're just hearing about a lot of damage. So
Well, I think maybe they
people were a little
listened.
more prepared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you see that? Who's the guy? The Virgin Airlines guy, Barron.
Yeah.
Richard. What's his name?
Richard
What's his,
Branson.
He actually owns an island
Yeah.
through there, and he was staying on the island. He said he was going to stay, and some of his people were going to stay there. He said they rode out 3 hurricanes. And that they obviously had other people leave the island, but he made the decision to stay. Richard Branson, wasn't that?
Well,
his name?
that's kind of stupid, because this one is going to make history the way it's moving.
I bet
But
he's
the
got
thing
some
is,
kind of bunker.
have you ever
going
seen what he
on.
probably
charges?
so.
Sure.
Go
They got a
pull up what he
submarine under the
charges
island.
Yeah.
Pull up what he charges a night for that. He had-
80,000.
Yeah, he had Obama there as a guest.
Yeah, he charges 80,000
Yeah,
a night.
can you believe that?
I think you can only host like 50 people, but it's 80,000 a night.
Oh, I could handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for about 2 minutes.
That would be a
80 grand a night.
that would be a lot of people's not even their yearly salary.
Yeah. No question.
People are just too greedy.
Well, I mean, no matter whether this hurricane hits Florida or not, they're going to get the wind, they're going to get the rain,
yeah.
the storm surge.
They're gonna get
so
something.
it's good that they're postponing football games,
absolutely.
baseball games, things like this. A lot of
Yeah.
them are postponed.
They should cancel the football games altogether down there. Who cares about the Dolphins?
Well, there was I guess it's the same guy that was talking about the underwear, was talking about a hurricane when he was playing, and he said he couldn't believe that the NFL actually made them still go. He said when they were coming into, must have been Miami maybe, he said everybody else on the other side of the freeway was leaving, and they were the only ones heading
Going
in.
in.
And when they got to the hotel, they told them,
What are you
don't
doing
sleep
here?
near a window.
Yeah.
He said, so the guys slept in the hall. They said the guys were in the hallway sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why would they?
Yeah,
have
why
them
would
come
they
in?
do that? That's just,
Dumb.
Insane.
I'll tell you though, you don't want to be flying when they have these storms
No.
Oh, no.
because it's I've been up
Well,
in
I'm
that
sure
air.
the airports ought to be shut
No,
down.
but airports that are open and people are up there flying, you're still going to feel that up there.
Yeah.
You're going to feel a lot of turbulence. I'm a little worried about Sky because she's flying in from, I think, Paris.
Oh, that's way
Right,
north, though.
yeah.
By the time she
I
flies
still
in.
worry with those winds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's nowhere near there
Nowhere
now.
near.
I've been
They're
on-
gonna, when you come over from Paris, the flight goes up way into the northern part
Yeah.
of Canada, and then comes down the coast, and then
Yeah, it's
comes
more
over.
direct.
I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I don't even want to fly anymore.
You're
I
over
flew so
Antarctica.
much, I don't want to fly.
You go over the North Pole. So it's nowhere near that.
I don't like to be up there any longer. I had to fly every week almost, and it's too much. Can't
Doesn't
do
bother
it.
me.
Well, if you had to fly all the time, it would. I mean, I've been on planes that dropped almost 10,000 feet, and you might as well be crashing about that time. I mean, people's arms got broke that were standing up. and
Really?
It's
Oh,
frightening.
That's crazy.
It's frightening.
Yeah, I've been in flights that dropped, but I don't know if it dropped 10,000 feet.
It's frightening. That's why I said it might as well have crashed
Yeah.
the way it was going down.
No, it's better that it didn't because you survived it. If it crashed,
Yeah, but you
probably
know,
wouldn't
it's
have.
still the fact when I used to fly, it was too much at times. When you're flying for 24 hours and
Yeah.
that, I mean, I would take an Ativan in that. But it's still, you know, because I figured if I'm going to die up here, at least I'll be asleep.
Yeah, if I was flying with Carol, I'd have to put her in the baggage claim area. You could give her a couple of pills, knock her out, put her down there with the dogs and the cats. You hear that?
No, actually, when you fly a lot, it's the shorter flights that bothered me. To
Really?
be really honest, when I think about it, would be the ones here, like going to Vegas. I hit terrible storms
Why would
because
that
I
bother
had
you?
clients in Frisco. Vegas has a terrible flight.
Really?
Flying in there, it's very bumpy.
Oh, Vegas is always a bumpy flight.
Yeah,
every
it's
single
very
time
bad.
you fly to Vegas, it
It's
must be when you
terrible.
go over
over
the
the
mountain
hill.
ridge.
Yeah.
There must be some kind of
Turbulence.
way the
Up-
wind, because you've got
upwinds.
wind coming
never
from
noticed that?
the north
Yeah.
coming down, the wind's coming from the south going over to east, the north going over
Yeah.
to east, and if
I
there's
think
any
it's-
kind of Santa Ana event where
Yeah.
the wind turns and goes from east back to west,
Yeah.
oh, that's a recipe for a bumpy ride.
Yeah, I think it's when you're coming from this direction, but when you're coming from the east, it's not so bad because you're
Yeah, it's
flying
It's
with-
bad
always
coming
bumpy when
from
you
here.
hit those when you hit
Yeah.
the mountain ridge.
Yeah. Well, they're just giving you a warning that even once you get on the ground, it's still going to be bumpy at those casinos. You ain't going to win. Just take your bumps now.
Oh, you see where George Lopez now is doing the Mexican restaurant out of the casino.
Who?
Lopez, he was on news.
George
this morning.
Lopez, really?
Yeah. He was on news this morning with his food, and he's opening one, I think, on Main Street downtown. He's competing against that other guy, probably.
Who?
The one with all the pot marks that was in prison.
Trejo's Tacos?
Yeah, I like him. I think he's trying to go up against him.
Is it a taco place or is it a
It's
restaurant?
a Mexican restaurant.
Okay, well, Danny's.
Trails has
Danny's
donuts
Trails
now. It's
just has-
$30 for a dozen. Are you going to pay $30 for a dozen donuts?
No.
There's a line to get those donuts.
At the taco place.
No, he has a donut place now.
Who?
That Trail guy.
Oh, I don't
Where's
know.
it
I
at?
haven't had his tacos. Have you?
I just saw it yesterday. It was the first time. It's
Her
on.
friend
it was
has
on,
the best taco place I've been to.
Taco Nazo. Excuse me. We're going to talk a little about that for just a second.
Okay.
Because they recently, like 8 or 10 magazines, big magazines, named them as the best fish tacos
They are.
in the U.S.
They are
They,
good.
they're amazing.
I got to give it
Taco
to them.
Nazo.
Yeah.
Look them up.
Everything,
Taco
they're,
Nazo.
What's that? What's the
Yeah,
they
Taco
make?
over
Oh,
there.
that cream sauce that goes on top
Yeah,
of the
the
fish tacos.
sauce. What's the one thing I like? I can't think of the name. My daughter makes it too.
Ceviche.
Ceviche. They make the best there too.
Yeah, Taco Nazo.
Oh, now I got to go out there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little far out.
It's
No,
Is that
they have
the closest one?
6 locations in the
me
LA
and
area.
Josefa were trying to get him to open one out here. They would
Yeah.
put Tito's Tacos out.
Oh, they would put everybody out of business.
No, but is that one that we went to the other
Analandra?
day? Is the closest one
Analandra
to
and
us?
Bellflower is probably the closest to all of us being here near LAX because the rest of them are farther east, like out the 10 and Covina and
Okay.
all of Azusa and those kinds of
I'm
places.
going to have to get the address of each one of them so when I'm out driving around, I
Right.
can do a taco stop.
Yeah, but Taco Nazo, just look up, if you just look up the best fish tacos.
She could put
The
those
shrimp
all
tacos,
over
Oh,
and
about-
make a fortune and be richer than she is.
And it was recently that the magazines, they were listing like the best this, the best that. Several magazines. I
Yeah,
know Coastal Living magazine had them, and
how's
several
it
national
pronounced again?
publications.
Taco-
Taco Nazo, Nazo.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's
Taco
the
Nazo.
sauce too that makes them. Mm-hmm. something they put on.
But if
that
you're in the
sauce.
LA area, they opened a new restaurant right there on Alondra off the 605, about a mile and a half down west on Alondra Boulevard. Great restaurant, brand new restaurant.
Yeah, it's nice.
How far is it from here?
Right from here, maybe 30 minutes at the most.
Yeah, about that.
20
depending on traffic.
minutes, depending on
Yeah.
traffic.
Oh, I
Yep.
love their tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have everything, all kinds of tacos. They've got
Yeah,
taco
shrimp
bowl,
tacos,
a
killer.
taco bowl now.
Yeah.
They're potato tacos, which unless
I love
you
potato
really
tacos.
know Mexican food, potato tacos are very popular.
That one by here makes them. The one we went to before that's by Chick-fil-A. They make
up the street.
potato
yeah.
tacos on Taco Day.
They just don't have good parking over there. That's why I don't
Yeah,
like to go
but
there.
their food's excellent.
Yeah.
Yep, Taco Nazo, best tacos.
I
They
know.
are. I got to give it to you. That's the
Very
bomb.
cool.
Now she wants me. I want tacos.
Well, you can't go nowhere with that hairy chest. I'm telling you that right now.
They might give them free to me.
You get the right person at the counter, you might get some free tacos.
Yeah.
And a date.
Ooh, the headache.
Some men like hair though. Years
Yeah.
ago, especially a brother, a black
I want
guy,
to braid
he
it.
loved a woman to have hairy legs, huh, Chris? And put their stockings over it. Remember? But I don't have hair on my
But that's
legs.
not
so-
legs. That's
Oh, yeah,
chest.
that's good
That's
stuff.
chest.
And that's not like even low chest. That's
We're
all the way up
talking
your
about
neck
chest.
All
chest.
over.
I gotta tell my
You look
friend,
like
you
a
forgot
sailor.
to wipe my damn chest
Right,
off.
you know how they usually take the little brush and brush it
Brush.
No,
off.
what did this guy doing my air
All right, guys,
conditioning?
I got to get back to work. It was fun hanging with you guys.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
I can't believe I walked in here like this.
I can't
I'm
either.
glad Apollo ain't on air.
I could not say something. I mean, it's just like boom, it's in your face.
Oh, you were getting me angry.
You see, there you.
Till you
were
said something,
tripping.
and I looked down and I said, "Oh God!"
I just wanted to take a picture of it so I could show it to you.
I can very well see it.
It's pretty obvious, huh?
I'm going to leave it though. I'm going to see who all notices
Yeah,
it. I'm going to
go
go
out.
in a store,
Yeah, go to the
and I'm going to see if
store.
somebody says something.
Right.
Go to the grocery store and go up to the butcher and say,
Well, remember
let me
I told you once
have a pound of that salmon over there.
I was in a hurry because I had to be at the Social Security because of my daughter, said I took her money
God.
at the time, and I had toilet paper hanging out the back of my pants. So I get to the Social Security, and I have to sit in a hearing. So you go through security.
Right.
Nobody said nothing. Then I sat down, waited for them to call me to come to the back so I could be in this hearing. Nobody said nothing. Left there, still nobody said nothing. Went to a store, nobody said nothing. I go to Whole Foods and I'm walking around, and they're snobby in there. Well, they won't be
Yeah.
now because Amazon owns it. So I'm in there and they're giving me dirty looks like, oh, these bitches. And this young black
You
girl
walking around
walks
with a
up. She
tail.
said, you got toilet paper hanging out of your pants. I said, oh, shit.
And how long had it been? Like half a
Since
day?
early in the morning because
Oh,
I hadn't
damn.
been to a bathroom. I
Yeah.
left my house I was real upset about this hearing, having to do this. So I guess I was in a hurry and I left the tissue.
Yeah, and you said,
a
"Oh
tail.
shit!" That's where you got it from shitting. Yes.
No, we
Wow.
wipe when we pee, Chris.
All right. Thank you very much for that.
That's great.
Yeah. Nice to know. Well, this has been a very interesting show. I mean, from the hairy
yes.
chest on Carol. And let's see what the other Carol has to say about that. Bet she don't want her chest all haired up like that. But
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
oh God, let me go to Facebook. Maybe there's some nice comments over there about your hairy chest, Carol.
Or are there comments about my chest?
Probably there would have to be. Let's
No,
see.
someone came in when you were talking about those new underwear, and I said, men, adjust.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Sounds like a hairy situation. That's Darius, my homeboy from Tidewater.
Well, I'm real happy that my friend that cut my hair didn't bother to tell me to wipe my chest.
No, I think they wanted to make a fool of you all day. See how long it would take for you to figure out you got a hairy chest. How far down does it go? Open your browser.
It just goes to here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have hair on my chest. I won't tell anybody.
Oh, Lord.
That is kind of embarrassing, though.
Lisa London, do you have a hairy chest? Carol's got a
Why
new
you-
fashion thing going on over here.
Well, I usually do. I'll get like some sporting waves and a brush, and just brush it and put waves in it.
Put waves in it. Wow.
It ain't that long.
That works for me.
I don't
That
know.
works for me.
We'll see what it looks like in a week or so. That stuff looks like it's ready to bloom.
Yeah, it's
Bloom,
getting there.
bloom, bloom. That's funny. I've never seen anything like that in my life. So, Carol, you have brought something new, more unique than a hurricane.
You have never met a
you
woman
have.
with hair on her chest.
Not that much hair. I've seen a couple of ladies with, like some 3-inch.
I bet you thought it was really
strands.
my hair, though, because I don't wear things to show my chest.
Well, no, but I mean, you've worn open collar shirts like that, so I've seen your chest, and it's never had hair on it.
Now, what if that was really my hair and you were making fun of me?
Then we will. So what? If you got a hairy chest, you got a hairy damn
So
chest.
what?
So what? I got the razor thing here for you. You can go ahead and trim it up. You know what I mean? What do you think?
No, I would never shave.
No.
If it
You're
was
afraid to come
real,
back
I
in a
would
bush.
probably wax it, or I'd go have laser done on it.
Yeah. I got a compressor back there in the back. We can blow it off. Give you your chest a blow job.
It does look real, though, huh?
It does. That's what messed me up. I went, damn. What the hell did Carol do? She takes some narcotics and makes a
I
hair
won't be
grow on her
having
chest?
haircuts, believe me, before I
Wow.
come here.
That's amazing. Apollo, what's up, man? You would not believe. I mean, Carol's sitting here looking like a half gorilla. She's got so much hair on her chest today.
You know, my grandmother they put her on a hormone pill one time,
Uh-huh.
and she told the doctor, she said, this hormone pill is having an adverse reaction or something. And he said, what do you mean? She said, well, I've got hair growing down my chest and down my stomach. And he said, well, sometimes that's a natural reaction. She said, but I think something's wrong, though. He said, well, where does the hair stop? She said, at my dick.
Only you. I figured we'd flush you out of the toilet sooner or later.
You're talking about women with hair on their chest. It's just that hormone pill getting you.
Oh, God. That was your grandmother, huh?
Yeah.
She
yeah.
was kind of different.
Nah, it was a joke. Dude.
I
Granny.
know.
Granny, I know you're gone, and I know
Yeah.
she'd say, George, I'd be ashamed to talk like that on the radio if I was you.
Mm-hmm. But
I was just on the air at Hot 105 in Miami.
Is that right? What are you talking about?
Rick called me because, he was in Charleston when Hugo hit, and I was
Yeah.
in Charlotte, and we were talking about how it came inland. And hell, that might be him calling me.
Yeah, I consulted a station in South
Hold
Carolina
on, Rick
after
Party.
Hugo.
Hey, man, is this your cell phone number?
No, this is my home number.
Oh, text me your cell phone number, man. I don't know why I don't have it. I've been
He
texting.
don't like to give it out, Chris.
Like for a very long
Rick,
time, and I never got a response from it. So
can you hear me?
I don't. Hold on, Lee. Hang on, Lee. Hold on, Lee.
Rick Party. Another Chicago DJ.
Yes,
From Chicago.
Another great talent.
Yeah, he's down in Miami, Florida.
It's like a lot of these broadcasters have made the pilgrimage to Miami at one point.
Well, I'd say it's lately in the last 10 years or so, it's been kind of a pass-through market, They just don't pay enough down there for me. They pay you with sunshine and hurricanes.
Can't put that in my pocket.
No, hell
Right.
no. I mean, they got some pretty girls
Because-
down there. That's kind of nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, all those international girls coming
But-
from all over the world, and those
I remember back in
skimpy.
2008.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, but back in 2008 when you was doing and created U.S. Taught Network. You was in Miami then.
Yeah.
You was in Florida then. What part of Florida were you staying at?
Yep, Fort Lauderdale, just north of Miami.
Okay.
Hollywood and Fort Lauderdale.
They about to get it down there.
Yeah. Well, they say it's turning a little bit north. And
Yeah, but them Hawks going to slap them. Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't no
They're
joke.
going to get something. How you doing? How you been?
I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't mad at nobody.
You been busy?
Been
Yeah.
really busy.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
Cool beans, man.
Yeah, man.
God looking out for a brother.
That's good. You're blessed and highly favored.
That's what they tell me. Well, I went to a good old-fashioned revival on Monday.
Oh, Lord. And you
My
survived?
aunt,
They let you in,
My
huh?
aunt said, we having revival this week. You ought to come. I'm like, Lord, I don't really want to do that. But then I was 5 minutes late. You know, they Southern Baptist. They like, you late. I'm like, hell, I thought this was an AME church. I didn't know it was Baptist. And then, but then they had the,
Oh, God.
I was waiting for them to pull snakes out. You know, they had the old traveling preacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was different.
Yeah, it's a different kind of thing.
Yes,
So
it
good
was.
old revival.
Good old revival. Yeah, so Trump, to reverse another Obama achievement, he has came out and said he's found Osama bin Laden's body and he's going to revive him. So,
Well, nothing surprises
know.
me. Nothing that would not surprise me because this guy is such a Obama hater. Because when Obama smacked him and kicked him around at that White House Correspondents' Dinner, he has not gotten over that at all.
Yeah, I go along with that.
That's really you know.
yeah. It's just that right now was not a time for that. I mean, it didn't benefit or hurt. I mean, for him to do this right now, it's not benefiting anybody. It's not doing anything
doesn't
positive.
care.
It's just causing more divisiveness and.
True.
It's just, we got hurricanes coming from every direction. We got shit going on. Y'all ain't passed any legislation. So you throw this just out of the blue and you get that little racist to come out and announce it.
Yeah. Well, see, he is having a good time with the hurricane because he went down in and put on a campaign rally. All
the
presidents.
first one he did.
Oh yeah. Even the
And then
second
they jumped
time.
on him because he didn't touch no. And then he went down and kissed some little black babies, looked like Color Purple with the little white lady going through town,
Mm-hmm.
kissing the little colored babies. I mean, that was so staged and fake. It was ridiculous.
Absolutely.
But I think he's going to use this DACA thing to force Congress to pass something that he can stick his wall funding in. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. Looking for a cover.
And the Congress, all they got to do, just take DACA as it's written. It'll save you guys a lot of time. Just take it as it's already written and then push it through the House and Senate with a 2/3 majority vote. Don't add or change anything, and then he cannot even veto it.
Yeah.
No pork. Just pass it as written.
No, they got to put some pork on it, man. You know that. Because they got some shit that they need to pass through that benefits them personally.
Did you
So
see
they
that
always
sister
take
on
some pork
TV?
on
They
it.
asked her about how many churches had their doors open during the storm.
Yeah. She said she didn't know because she said Popeyes.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was crazy. Hey, you made that shit up. That didn't really happen.
Mm-hmm. It was on the news.
Yeah, right. What
You
news?
didn't see it?
Man, did you see the fire up here in Burbank in the hills?
The fire. Y'all got fires everywhere, and then Montana's on fire.
Yeah,
and-
Montana's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Carol.
Hi.
You got hi. You got
That
hair
was
on
a
your
nice
chest
high,
today?
yeah.
Hi.
Hi there. Get your card out for $3.99.
Carol, can I send a
Look it
picture
down.
to Apollo of your
No,
hairy chest?
will you just leave me alone?
No.
I'll
can't
catch
leave
your
you alone.
ass in the bathroom and get a picture.
You're going to take
Damn,
my ass in
Carol.
the bathroom and get a picture of what? Of my hairy chest?
No. No, please don't.
No, please don't. Beg. Go ahead. Beg. Say, please, Lee. Please,
Please, Lee,
please,
baby.
please,
Please,
please. Don't
Lee.
don't do it, Lee. Please,
Lee,
please.
baby, don't do me like
Don't
that.
do me like that. Please, Lee, baby.
Don't do me like that.
Oh, I tell you, Carol, today is the best day in radio history for me.
Why?
Because she walked in here and she's got a hairy chest, and it just blew me. I mean, it just messed me up. I went, "What the hell?"
She just probably done dropped some weave on her chest.
No, I had a haircut before I came here.
No, that's just left over here. That's just.
Yeah, but it looks real. It even got a little swerve to it.
You got pubic hair on your chest.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
How you get pubes on your chest? Somebody.
No, it's just I had a haircut and she should have wiped there, but she didn't. I should have wore a cape, to be honest.
A cape?
Yeah,
why
so
didn't you
the
wear a
hair
cape?
wouldn't. Because I didn't feel like it.
I never get a haircut that I don't have a cape on.
So I wonder if your friend Andre got some water.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he's got water in the pool. He'll drink that. He's a earthy kind of guy. He'll figure it
He
out.
seemed nervous yesterday.
No, he's just that was radio fake. He ain't nervous.
I don't think he was faking.
That's Bear Grylls right there. If I'm gonna be messed up out in the woods, I want Andre with me.
There you go. That's the one you want, man.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Hey, did you play that that white boy with the message to Trump?
I didn't play it on the air, but I did listen to it. Yeah, he
you got to play that. That's that's going to be my new ringtone or something. I want that to be played everywhere I walk in a room. I want that just to be my intro.
Yeah, he killed
beautiful.
It. Yeah,
James Hodge, whoever you are, brother, I love you.
He put it down.
Yeah, he did.
How do I? You send it to me in the messenger. How do I post that to my Facebook page? Well,
I can post it.
Can you just do that for me? I appreciate that.
I can do that. Yes, I can.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes, Lord. Let's see, where is it at?
So I'm starting a new series. I'm gonna start posting pictures of things that I see.
Naked women.
No, that's your job. Things that I see when I'm out driving.
You are a contributing member, though.
No, I'm a recipient.
Yeah, you be hooking a brother up every now and then.
I'm a pass-on guy. When people send me stuff, I send it to you for your approval. But I'm going to start sending out pictures
from your cell phone
and videos of stuff that I see. Well, you guys shut up. The stuff that I see when I'm out driving. Because I see some really funny stuff out there, really. Some interesting scenery. I'll put it that way. We have someone on the phone. Welcome to the show.
Can't
Hello?
hear.
Hello.
Who is that?
This is me, man. This is me.
Where you been?
Huh? I know where I've been. I've been up under it, man. I've been up under it.
Sound like
What's her name?
My name?
No, there's a little joke in there.
Oh, no. My name is Ron Ellison.
I know who you are.
Oh,
I'm messing with you.
oh okay,
Hey,
okay.
Did you get a text message from me a week or so ago asking you about a guy that I think you used to work with?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got the text. I remember the text vaguely, but I forgot his name. What was his name?
Hang on, I'm looking it up here. Terrell was his last name.
Wilbur Terrell.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to work with him.
Yeah, he
he's nice
passed.
guy. Huh?
He just passed.
Now, you know what, Lee? This is killing me, man. This is really killing me because I'm of that age, and all of my friends from back in the 70s and the late 60s, they dropping like flies.
Yeah. And a member of Tower of Power just passed.
Just passed day before yesterday.
That's right.
And you know,
And I know you know him.
I promoted all their records.
That's
and
right.
stuff. And then Wilbur Terrell just died day before yesterday.
That's
too.
right.
You know who he is?
Yeah, he was a manager for Earth, Wind, road manager, and for a bunch of different artists.
Right, but he was with Earth, Wind, and Fire for a long time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Yes, and but I ain't looking forward to joining him no time soon.
Well, just keep
they
being
were just
yourself.
in Charlotte 2 weeks ago.
Is that right? Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Oh no, they're traveling. They're working pretty good.
Yeah.
But now you got Verdine in the group, and you got Philip Bailey in the group,
Right.
and Ralph Johnson. Those are the only three
original.
Yeah, but you know what? Their music is so strong. They got good musicians. They got a good show.
I haven't seen them in
They
a long
just one
time.
group, though. They ain't split up like the Temptations and going in two different groups.
Or the Dramatics. There's like two different dramatic
right.
groups out there now.
Yeah. Well, I think that is a testament to Maurice White, who started the group. He originated the name and everything. And I think, for the most part, the people that are not with the group that were originally with the group are dead.
That's right.
So, you know, for that, you know, that kind of keeps the reputation of the group consistent. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, yeah, man, I know I'm hearing this stuff all over the place. So.
Yeah, I just, reached out to you because I didn't know if you knew he was ill.
Yeah, I knew it. I heard about it.
Yeah.
And so now, and hey, Lee, I must tell you that I'm thinking selfishly. Every day when I wake up, I am so happy to be here. I don't know what to do.
I know. You and me both. Yeah, because like you said, so many of our friends are, checking out of this hotel left and right.
Yeah.
It's scary. So when I wake up in the morning, I go, okay, thank you very much. Got another shot. Let's do it again. Thank you, Jesus. Let's go. Let me get up out of this bed. That's right.
Out, Lord.
That's right. Because I still got stuff I want to do. I'm not finished yet.
Man.
I'll let you know when. When I say, okay, I'm tired, let's go. Then you can go unpack it and take me on home.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready yet.
And
so
you know
take
what,
it easy.
Lee?
Keep me off that list.
Mouthful. You just said a mouthful because, watch this. Man, my mother was 94 when she died. And I remember going into the bedroom to talk to her, and she said, I'm tired. I'm tired.
My mom did the same thing.
Did she? So I said to her, I said, well, go to sleep. Get you a nap. She said, no, I'm not that kind of tired. I'm tired of all of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she lived a good life, though.
Yeah, that's right. I remember the last time I took my mother to the hospital, and I think she had a little minor stroke.
Okay.
And I said, well, Mom, let's go on and get you over to the hospital and get tuned up, and you'll be okay. She said, you think so? I said, oh, yeah. We've been through this 1,000 times. She said, well, son, I don't think so. I don't know about this time.
But my whole thing in mentioning that is, I hope when that day comes from me that I look at it like she did. She's like, wait a minute, I lived a good life. I did a lot of things, a lot of good things. I'm tired. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Ain't nothing else to do at that point.
Right.
Yeah. To have Halle Berry come in and give you a sponge bath right before you go, that'd be good.
That'll wake me up.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. No, I ain't ready. Take it easy.
I ain't going nowhere.
I want to be coming and going at the same time. And then I want Chris Bass to follow my hearse with a U-Haul.
In case you change your mind, you want to get up out of there, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
I hear
that's funny.
That's right. There you go.
That's right. I told my daughter, I said, don't embalm me until y'all getting ready to put me in the ground. Because I might change my mind.
Okay.
She said, oh, Daddy, you crazy. That's why I tell you what. When I start pissing and crapping on myself, you take me out in the backyard, shoot me in the head, and get it over with. She said, I'm not doing that. I said, so are you going to clean me up? She said, no, I'm not doing that either. So, okay. So you better make a decision.
Well, you got to think about it. From what you're saying, you're giving her a lot of work to do that, buddy.
That's right.
A lot of work, and it's work that she ain't going to be comfortable doing.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
So, hey, if I can get me a couple more years, man, I'll be happy.
Just a couple?
Now, hey, here's the whole thing. Instead of me asking for 30 more years, let me do it a year at a time. I think
let me renew this contract on an annual basis.
Yeah, right. I think he'd be more lenient than I'm going to sit up and ask for 30 years. He's going to say, nigga, please.
Yeah, you might be right on that one. He said, okay, Ron, you're pushing it, dog.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Take it easy. You're asking for a lot now. You're going to mess around and take her 2 or 3 years from some of your friends.
Exactly. And not only that, you're going to piss me off and I'm going to take you out of here tomorrow.
Right now. How's the family doing?
Everybody is doing wonderful. I'm very fortunate with that. Hey, all of us, we're doing good.
Yeah.
This is a good time of life. Really, it is.
Well, that's great. Ron has 2 beautiful daughters and a gorgeous wife,
Yeah.
and they've been tolerating him for a long time. They let him come in the house, and he can come and go when he want to, and just be himself. So they that's a beautiful unit you have there, buddy.
Hey, I'm teaching them how to fly, Lee.
Who?
My daughters.
No, they'll go up in the plane with you now, huh?
Yeah, well, see, there's a thing called Pinch Hitter that is put out by the Cessna airplane company, and it shows the individual who don't know all the instruments, what they're about, how to take off, cruise, and how to land. And
That's
I want
great.
them to learn this. I don't care if they learn if get licensed and all that kind of shit, that kind of stuff. If they want to do that in the future, that's good. But I want them to know how to cruise in this airplane and put it on the ground.
There you go.
Because if at this point, I was thinking about this, Lee. I'm up there and I got them up there with me, and then I have a heart attack or a stroke.
Yep.
Everybody going.
That's right. So they better know how to put it on the ground.
There you go.
That's right.
That's it, right?
Well, the few times I've been up with you, you've always, showed me some stuff, and I kind of got the bug. Me. I hate being around airplanes and boats and stuff like that because I get the bug and I want to have
you
it.
like that.
Yeah.
You like that.
Yeah.
I remember when you had a 52-foot yacht with 2 engines in it, 3 bedrooms, bathroom. You could have moved out your house in that boat.
I did. I stayed on it for months.
No, man.
Damn right.
Well, you could do it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's right.
So, hey, man.
I sure did.
Yeah, I remember it very, very clearly. So, but see, boats, for me, that was your game. You grew up around them.
Yeah.
Me, I like airplanes because boats are too slow.
Well, that's true. You can go places in an airplane. And I've looked back on it several times and said, yeah, damn, what should I have bought an airplane versus a yacht? And probably, but I was, like you said, I was born and raised around the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean.
Right.
And I had a little boat and stuff when I grew up. So I had that boat bug.
I remember you told me about this little boat that you had when you was a young man.
That's right.
In your teens, and you would be going around.
It was a rowboat. Didn't have a damn motor on it.
I know. Yeah. I don't know. I remember you telling me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
hey,
man, we're blessed to be able to work like we worked and make a living like we did, and then do some of these cool things.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, not to change the subject, but one of the ladies that has a show here on our station, earlier we were talking about women in these, what do you call them, exercise pants.
Okay.
And some parts of the legs is sheer. She just walked in here with those pants on. So it's amazing.
So now, tell me more. What does it look like?
Well, these
put
real
the camera on her. Hell.
Well, she just walked in and lifted up one of her legs and showed me. I guess she was listening to us on the way in, and she was showing me that she's got those pants on that we were talking about.
My kind of girl.
Oh.
Yeah,
My kind of girl.
that's right.
Can she lift both legs? Put them on your shoulders.
2:45.
You can put on that Theodore Seeley record.
I'm not going to ask her that question. Okay.
You ain't did a doggone thing until you stand up in it.
Oh boy, you men.
I'm telling you, it must be towards
I
the
don't
end
know
of the
who it
show.
is.
It's going
I don't know
downhill
who the
now.
lady is.
Yeah, that's.
I
what's
didn't
her
mean to
name?
disrespect anybody.
No, she didn't
that.
hear you. She just did a little quick entry and turned around and walked back out. That's
how they do. Look at my ass. Okay, I'm gone.
She wanted to tease me, not please me.
And she knew, hey, man, she knew it was all in appreciation.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. That is.
That is right. So, now, Carol's just coming back in the room. Where'd you go out there and eat some damn candy? A mouthful of candy.
Shave the chest.
Yeah. You know, candy will make hair grow on your chest.
My daddy said, boy, eat some of these rooster bullets. It'll put hair on your chest.
It's not on, Carol. Carol comes in and starts changing the cameras around. It's not on you. Take it easy.
I wish they wouldn't bring candy here because I'm not supposed to be eating it.
Well, don't eat it.
I love peanut
There's
butter.
nobody putting a gun to your head making you eat the candy.
I took his yesterday.
He sure damn did. I'm upset about that. I had just opened up a piece of candy, and I love chocolate, and I was getting ready to put it in my mouth. She grabbed it and threw it in the damn trash can.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? To keep your weight down?
Why?
No, he won't go to the doctor, and he needs to be a little healthier sometimes because he's always eating fast food.
Yeah,
Won't go to the doctor? Did you just say that?
Yeah, he hasn't seen a doctor in how long?
2 years. 2.5.
So, you need to, and he eats too much fast food. And,
I don't eat that much.
He eats fast food.
I don't eat
I
that
saw my
much.
doctor yesterday.
Yeah, what did he say?
Get your whale ass out of my office.
That's right.
Well, I don't think he's sick or nothing, but it still
Well,
wouldn't hurt him to
does that
go to
worry
the
about?
doctor.
Yeah.
He was
Hey,
worried
my
'cause-
my aunt didn't go to the doctor till she was 86.
Is that the same one that had hair on her
She had
chest?
never,
and the weenie.
No, she had never been to a doctor, but at 86 she had some shoulder pain. It was so she went to the doctor because her shoulder finally hurt so bad. She said, "I got to go see a doctor."
Right.
She hadn't been to a doctor in 86 years.
God bless her.
So they said it was rotator cuff, so they had to do that. And
Wow.
in the process, they found like 20 things wrong with her.
Oh.
Put her on medication,
Of course.
and she died 2 months later.
See?
Oh. Well, you know what?
Yes.
I'm listening to that story you're saying. Might have been, it was not a bad idea for her not to go 8 months ago because she went through 8 months of this shit instead
Right.
of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel pretty good. I mean, I don't really have any major concerns at this point.
Okay. All right.
You know?
Stay on top of it, my brother.
Yeah, I'm going to go
watch
get a
that blood pressure.
Yeah. See, I don't suffer with any of that. I'm going to go to the doctor and get a good physical from head to toe, and so I can just make
He
everybody
just
shut
needs
up.
the right doctor because he's got to get that male exam. Or they check his prostate.
No. I want
Here,
a
I'll do it.
female.
They got
Bend
a blood
over,
test
cough.
for that now.
Yeah, I want a female to check my prostate. I don't
No,
want
he
guy
doesn't
doing that
because
shit.
he has a female friend that's a doctor, and
Yeah.
he did tell me he does not want her
She
to do that
fine,
exam.
Well, I might
She
let Dr.
offered
Rachel.
to give him the exam, bend over, cough,
That's Dr. Rachel from the
and
TV
he
show.
doesn't want it.
Well, she said.
She won't give him a reach around. That's why.
She said, well, Lee, listen, I have small fingers, so it won't bother you. I said, Dr.
Lee said,
Rachel.
hell, I got a small penis, so it don't matter.
I told her, I said, Dr. Rachel, I wouldn't be able to look at you again if you gave me a prostate exam.
Damn if I wouldn't. I'd want to get in the gynecologist chair and look at her while she put her fingers in there.
Oh, damn, you're stupid.
Right. Come on, hey.
Put me in the stirrups and check my shit.
Investigate, please, and let me watch you while you do it.
Hell yeah.
No, I
Give me
don't
some
know.
of that KY from the other hand.
See, when
come
you,
in- and
she's
come
a
in here with
friend.
come in here with a short dress on.
Yeah, she's a friend. I couldn't do that.
Shit.
You know what I mean? No, I can't do that, man. Come on, she's a friend. It's like, how you let your friend give
That's
you a
what friends
prostate
do.
exam?
Hey, what was that song back in the day? That's
what
what
a
friends are
friend
for.
No, that you're a freak.
Thank you.
You're
What
a freak.
friends for?
No, y'all freaky. Y'all a bunch of freaks.
You got freaky friends.
Well, yeah, I had a few of those, but I don't think
All
I
right
could do
then.
that, man. I don't know.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can now.
That's
Yes, you
all
can,
the fun in
can.
life, man. That's
Wow.
all a
Yes,
part of
we
living.
can.
I don't know. But at the same time, I'm not very comfortable a stranger doing it either.
No,
Just get the blood test.
Yeah, the last prostate exam I had was about 2.5 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Check this. Last one I had, the doctor told me, "You're clear, everything's cool, but you don't need no more of these." I said, well,
Oh, really?
yeah, he told me that. I said, "Well, why?" He says, "Because at your age, if you have prostate cancer,
Who cares?
it's going. No, he said it's going to take a long time for it to set in on you, and you don't need to know that because it'll drive you crazy. So just you'll probably die of 2 or 3 other things before you will prostate cancer.
Interesting.
So don't worry about it."
Okay.
That's what he told me.
Now, Ron, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you now?
77.
77, Sunset Strip. You remember that?
Do I?
Yeah.
I certainly do.
Yeah.
And if I'm here till November the 11th, I'll be 78 years old.
God bless you, Ron.
I'm praying, man. I'm praying.
Well, for those who don't know who Ron Ellison is, he's a great guy, great record industry leader. He's been a president, a vice president in several different companies, regional promotion manager, and just a great human being.
Thank you for saying that.
No,
Thank you.
I mean that from my heart.
I believe you.
And my friend, I call him my friend. He ain't nobody else's friend but mine.
Yeah, we've been knowing each other since 1973.
That's right. That is right.
When you first came to St. Louis, we got down. Yeah, I said, this is a good guy here, and you have had a beautiful life and career.
Yeah, I have no complaints. Ron was the cleanest dressing guy in the business. He always came in with a suit and tie. He was clean. I said, when I grow up, I want to be like Ron. Ron Ellison.
I figured I'd have to. You know what, to me, the whole thing about the industry that we were in has changed a lot on both sides now. But it was all about how you presented yourself with your colleagues and your friends.
No question.
Because it was, you know what, I'll never forget this. You could do something wrong in Los Angeles, and in 2 days it'd be in New York.
Yeah, well, now it's in 12 seconds because of Facebook and the Instagram and Twitter and all that.
All that, right,
Yeah.
right. But, so it was kind of, what I mean is you could be in Los Angeles in the real estate business and cheat somebody out of $1 million and go to New York and they wouldn't even know it.
That's right.
But in our industry, that's how word to mouth spread because everybody knew everybody.
That's right. And I'll tell you, some of the record guys that used to come in and present their product to radio stations, they were the messenger carrier for a lot of other radio people because I've had record promotion people bring me records and cassette tapes or reel-to-reel even of DJs in other parts of the country that they thought were good and say, hey, man, you ought to listen to this guy. He's down in Mobile, Alabama, and he's killing them down there. And a lot of guys got jobs because record guys were carrying around tapes.
Tapes and cassette tapes.
There was no internet back in those days,
And no cell phones either.
That's right.
You're right.
So you were the messenger for a lot of radio guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a service that that we did. So that the other thing is so that you guys in the position you were in would trust people like me and that we would do the things that's going to be best for you and not do something that would hurt you
That's right.
in order to benefit me.
That's right. It's
Like
about credibility.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And when it comes to the right music that you guys, man, back then radio stations and the community were like they were together.
Yeah.
It
was a closer knit relationship
than it is today.
Yeah. Well, in the industry, the top guys up there in the ivory tower kind of killed that too. And with technology, the importance of a record promotion person seems to be less important today because they can email an MP3 to the radio station faster than they can get it to the station if you were hand carrying a CD or whatever. But I think it's something is tragic about that because that personal relationship that you built with the regional or the local promotion person, many times creativity came out of the conversations when they were sitting in my office. We would come up with ideas and promotions and what have you. You knew what our needs were. We knew what your needs were, and we worked together to make shit happen.
Absolutely.
Because it was important to keep Ron Ellison employed, as it was to keep Keith Adams or myself employed.
Yeah.
So you would come in and say, "Hey man, I got a $1,500 budget to do some promotions. You got any ideas?
Right.
What you got going on that we can tie into, or let's do a giveaway." A trip to New York to see Prince.
Right. Or I got Prince coming in 3 weeks from now.
Right.
I'm gonna give you 40 tickets to give away over the radio
That's
to
right.
your audience.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I loved about it, is that the radio stations in all of these cities, St. Louis, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, all those stations, the radio station had a connect.
Mm-hmm.
You guys used to have to do, what do you call it, community stuff?
Yeah.
For
community service,
people.
yep.
Service. They don't do that no more.
No, they don't have to because of deregulations.
But they're not servicing, not servicing the community like they used to.
That's true.
I'm glad we came along when we did.
Oh, me too. We had so much fun, Ron.
Man, and did some good stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, today it's one guy up there in New York programming 18 radio stations.
Yeah.
Now, how do he know what's going on in Kansas City, Missouri?
He don't care.
Yeah.
It's easy for him to do some boilerplate or template programming and say, okay, all you guys add this record this week. Yeah. And we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do a national contest. We're going to put out an 800 number that, at 10 minutes after the hour, everybody goes on the air at that time and give out this number, and we're going to give away one trip to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 50 markets all trying to give away one damn giveaway to Hawaii.
Right. And when I look at the Lee Michaels of the world, the Bobby O'Jays of the world, the Jay Johnsons of the world, those guys, those people who programmed these radio stations, they were as important to the community as the mayor was.
That's right.
And matter of fact, when the mayor was running for president, if he didn't come talk to y'all,
he didn't get elected. That's right.
So now those guys that are at these radio stations and girls are pencil pushers for them people up there in New York.
That's right.
And
no
the
question.
other part of this that I don't like, hell, I'm old, so it don't matter, but back in the day, you could find an artist and come up with some good music on this artist and go to Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis, and Kansas City and break them in there, and then, boom, they would go all over the place. Well, today you can't do that.
No.
Because in order for you to go to, I will never forget, I was managing this artist, The Emotions, and I came up with a new album on them. It's just 2 years ago, Lee. And I called Katz, Joel Katz out of Atlanta, is a well-known entertainment lawyer.
Right.
And so I said to him, hey, man, I want to make a deal with this. I want to make a deal with a major company because they got a name and they got a nice record and all that. And he says, well, whatever you do, wait until you make the deal with the company before you go to major radio, because if you go to major radio by yourself, it's going to cost you $175,000 at least to get it off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, my God.
Yeah. That's right.
So I went to the companies, man, and I couldn't get it done. And the guy told me at one of the companies, I ain't going to mention no names, he told me, he said, I can't sign this artist even though this music is good. I can't sign the artist. I said, well, why not? He says, because they haven't had anything in the marketplace in 25 years, and now we got to build up an audience for them that are 25 years, people 30 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that statement is true, but I see that to me that's a cop-out. And that means that they don't want to hustle. Even if you had a hit 5 years ago or 2 years ago, you still got to come out there and make it happen
and back it up, right?
Right. So that's just a chump ass cop out as far as I'm concerned. They're looking for the easy jobs.
Yes, they are, Lee.
You know,
not only
and that's tragic.
It is tragic. You know, I worked for Warner Brothers for years. About 6 months ago, I went over to the Warner Brothers music building over here in Burbank, California.
Yep.
And it's a big building. And when I was working there, man, you go in there, you trip over people. There'd be so many people.
That's right. That's right.
On. I went over there 6 months ago. There ain't about 7, 8 people over there.
I know, man. Are they in the same location?
Yeah.
Man, I spent several days, going over there visiting, and when you were there, and a lot of the other cats, Ray Harris, and what's the other brother's name? Sam. Your boss,
Don Draper.
Don Draper.
Mm-hmm.
Those cats were great guys.
Beautiful.
Now, what was the old hippie, bearded, long-haired guy that was like the president?
Oh, you mean Mo Austin?
Mo Austin. Is Mo still around?
Mo is still around with his rich ass.
He made more money than the Warner Brothers people, didn't he?
I swear to God, man.
Where does he live? I'm going to go rob him.
He lives in Pacific Palisades.
Oh, I was just up there.
Okay, up on a hill over there,
Uh-huh.
right? You go up in the Pacific Palisades, go down Sunset Boulevard,
Yep.
take a right turn over there. What's this famous guy's name who was a comedian, died in an airplane many, many years ago from Oklahoma?
Denver?
No.
Not Joel.
No, before that. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Oh, comedian. No, I don't know who
He was a
that is.
comedian, yeah, but and pretty popular, real popular back then.
Mhm.
Now, he had an estate over there.
Okay.
Mo Austin bought his estate, so you turn right going west on Sunset. You
Okay.
turn right up in there. There's a big-ass gate. Now,
Okay.
you got to go through this gate and then go way up there about 1.5 miles up before you get to this big-ass house on the top of this mountain.
So that's where Mo is hanging out. Okay.
That's where he hanging out. He got so much money, Lee, he probably don't even need to go to the store. If he want a quarter bill, he'd get a helicopter.
Well, you and I ought to go up there and then stand on his gate and keep ringing the damn bell till you let us in. If you don't let us in, we're going to piss on his gate.
before the
Police come. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So anyway, man, I went over there about 6 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm telling you, man, you could shoot a cannon in there and wouldn't hit nobody.
Wow, did you know anybody? Was anybody still there that you knew?
No, they were young people
Uh-huh.
who had administrative jobs like secretaries and
Right.
telephone answerers and stuff like that.
Right.
But
So did they call the police when you were walking up in there and say, I used to work here? Yeah, well, those days are history.
Yeah, they are, and they were
Wow.
they were looking at me strange though.
I'm sure.
But the whole thing now, you got to think about this. Back in the day when I was there, Tower of Power, we sold 2 million albums on Tower of Power.
Mhm.
Ashford and Simpson, 1 million. What's his name? Prince, 4 million. There was
Mhm.
a lot of money coming in there.
Right.
A lot of money. And people just don't buy music like they used to.
No. Those
They,
days are
they got it
gone.
on their phone, and especially if you got an iPhone.
Yep. That's true.
So, oh boy, I'm glad we came along when we came along.
Yeah, we had fun, man. I think it was the last era of the big fun in the music industry.
I agree.
And, we saw and did a lot of good things.
You know what? We say that. That's what we say. I wonder what these young rappers are saying, the ones with them funny-looking haircuts and all that writing and shit on them, and them pants hanging off their ass with
Yeah.
shoes, with untied shoes.
Yeah.
They probably might have a different look than we had.
They probably do, but what my concern is, how long is that going to last? You all tatted up, you got all these tattoos and pierce this and pierce that. And
Oh, yeah.
And then what are you going to look like when you're 45, 50, 60 years old?
Oh, yeah, you ain't going to have no... By that time come, you ain't going to have no Ray Charles. Now, what I mean by Ray Charles is I remember Ray Charles. I was a young man, real young man, when Ray Charles hit the market in 1953. Well, man, he went on till the 90s.
Yeah. He had a long career.
He had a long career. Yeah.
Look at Stevie Wonder.
Oh, my God.
Stevie's been around since, 1963?
Yeah.
Something like 62,
Something like
63?
That, 62, 63.
Yeah.
all his life, and he's still there.
Yeah.
And what I love about him with that radio station,
Yeah.
they offered him,
KJLH.
they offered him $40 million. He would not take it.
Listen, when I worked for him as a COO, Chief Operating Officer, there was an offer on the table for $30 million, and they were going to give him another signal in L.A.
Okay.
It was a swap plus cash, and he turned it down.
Wow.
So he doesn't want to sell.
No.
He always, as a kid, he always wanted to own a radio station when he lived up in Detroit.
And it means more to him
That's right.
to own this station. And watch this. Means more to him to own this station. Now, you ain't there no more, but the people who work there are real close to him.
Yeah.
Like
And he's loyal to them.
Yeah.
You know, and he I think he understands that if he sold the station, some, if not all of the people that were working there probably wouldn't have a job.
All of them wouldn't.
Yeah.
All of them wouldn't. But they have a job thanks to him. And he don't need the money. So he don't, like, I remember something that happened to you, and you know better than me, so I'm sorry. I remember when you left Chicago and you went to the West Coast.
Yep.
And you had that station up there, number one. You was banging.
KMEL.
Yeah, and then when you left, it dropped to 17. The guy said, "Come back."
That's right.
And you said, "I'll come back, but it's gonna cost you blah 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 blah."
Yep.
The guy said, "Well, come on back here then." And you went back there and took that station back to number 2, 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that. So
those are fun days, and you know, I have no regrets, and you know, I'm blessed, feeling and humble that I had the opportunity to do the things that I was able to do in the radio business, and I just hope and pray that there are opportunities for other people.
Man.
You know, that's really it. Because if those opportunities dry up,
you know what?
Then shame.
You just said something that I thought about last week, and I'm not bragging when I say this because it's not braggadocious. It is the truth. I remember the things that I have accomplished in my professional life in the late 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. My daddy couldn't have accomplished no matter how hard he worked.
That's true.
It just was not there for a African American person to do stuff like that.
That's true.
We came through at a beautiful time when opportunities were right there.
Yeah.
And you know, when you think about people who in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s struggling their ass off.
Yeah. Yeah, there was very few people of color in the entertainment business of any significant position.
Other than singing and playing.
That's it. That's it. Management, ownership, you know, owning a label or anything like that, it was few and far between.
Yeah.
You know? But we could make the music, and the people, the singers or performers did not get paid fairly.
No.
And I mean, now you can speak from that because you were also a player as well. You played drums and you played with some great artists, bands.
Sure did. I played with B.B. King, Bobby Bland, Curtis Mayfield, Donny Hathaway. I'm working with all them guys. And man, I had a ball, Lee. It was wonderful. But let me tell you something. It was wonderful experience, and I was making halfway decent money, not getting rich, because I didn't own none of the stuff. I was a side man.
Right.
But you still had to play well in order to be with these people.
That's
and
right.
what made me want to make a change was I was approaching 1969, 70. Me and Maurice White, who had been friends since 1962, was thinking the same thing. He was also a drummer with Ramsey Lewis, and me and him lived right down the street from each other.
Right.
So
you went to school together, right?
Yes, we went to the Chicago Conservatory of Music together. And then, and when I'm standing there, I'm standing there. When I say standing there, in 1969, I'm looking at people 10 years older than me, who were people we admired and some people we learned from. And these guys, we were 30 years old. These guys was 40 with families, struggling big time, but was great musicians. So I'm like, okay, this next 10 years, I'm going to have to do something different than what I did the last 10 years.
That's right. Well, you always had a good eye and a good heart, a good vision for the future.
Yeah.
I mean, you were, whatever money you were making at some point in time, and we'll come back on another day and do the Ron Ellison story again.
Oh,
because I think it's very inspiring, and it's just so on point.
Okay.
You know, because
what you're making me think of, and I know you ain't got much time, but next time we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
Is I know a lot of people, and you do too, who made a lot of money and blew it all. And the reason why it's not in our culture, you just said, them people wasn't paying us no money. We didn't know nothing about no money. And they didn't want us to know about money.
No, of course not.
And the whole deal about the money thing is if you don't know what you're going to do with money before you get it, by the time you get it, you're going to blow it, man.
That's right.
85% of people who win the lottery
end up broke.
Wind up broke in 5 years.
That's right.
And it's because what we can do, the most important thing we can do is teach the young people who are 20 years younger than us to get some of that money management in your head.
That's right. Don't buy a bunch of damn cars and airplanes and boats and houses and taking care of your entourage and all your Klingon friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You better invest that money to make some more money.
Go buy some property and shit. You know
That's
what
right.
I mean?
That's right.
Property that's going to pay you back rent-wise, pay you money.
That's right. Keep you with some cash flow. Ron, thanks for calling in, man. We got to get out of here. It's noon. Next show is coming up here on The Power of Voices.
Okay.
Love you, man. Let's get together soon.
I'm with you. I'll call you up this afternoon.
10-4.
Okay.
All right, buddy. God bless. All right, folks, we'll be back tomorrow. One more show for the week here on thepowerofvoices.com. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.